Girls and women alike, let's have a conversation. We grew up hearing inner beauty is what matters, looks fade, and it's our heart that counts. And while that sounds cute, let's be realistic. Nobody walks into a room and says, wow, I can see your personality from the door. We live in a world of social media, first impressions in 3 seconds, corporate rooms, dating apps, brand deals, and even networking events. People see you before they know you. So in today's video, we're talking about 10 beauty investments that will not break the bank, why presentation matters now more than ever, and how to glow up intelligently, not expensively. This video is not to promote insecurity, it is about strategy. Because while inner beauty is powerful, presentation is what opens up the door. Hey y'all, Chantel here. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel Anyanwu, the curator of this channel. If you're seeing me for the first time and you like what you see already, please do well to subscribe. Also, don't forget to click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button, so whenever I post, you'll be one of the first to get that notification. Also, give the video a thumbs up, share with your friends and your family members, and leave a comment in the comment section. Alrighty? Thank you so much. Mwah. Let's be honest, nobody walks into a room and says, wow, I can see your personality from across the hall. They see your grooming, your posture, your hair, your skin, your glow, and your confidence. Your inner beauty is what keeps people, but your outer presentation is what attracts them. And since we live in a visual world now, your face is your brand. Your body language is your PRO, and your grooming is your silent resume. That doesn't mean you need to show up like a filtered influencer. It means you need to look intentional. There's a difference. Number 1, consistent skincare. Not expensive, consistent. From the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you. You do not need a 300,000 naira or $200 skincare shelf. What you need is consistency. Clear or well-maintained skin signals 3 things subconsciously: hygiene, discipline, and stability. And people respond to those cues automatically. When someone's skin looks clean and cared for, even if it's not perfect, because perfection has never been the goal, right? It communicates effort. It says, I take care of myself. And that is really attractive. Now, here's the mistake many women make. We chase trends instead of routines. 1 week it's nail mucin, next week it's turmeric mask, the upper week it's kojic acid soap. We're out here layering 8 serums and end up damaging our skin barrier. Your simple routine should include a gentle cleanser, a moisturizer, sunscreen, which is non-negotiable, and 1 treatment product for your concern, be it vitamin C, alpha-butane, retinol. In humid environments, aka Nigeria, where heat and sweat are constant, sunscreen alone is a game changer. Hyperpigmentation prevention is better than correction. Healthy looking skin in real life photographs better, it needs less makeup, and it makes you look polished even when wearing basic clothes. This point is a high return investment. And in a close conversation world like ours, your skin matters. Good skin matters. Number 2, teeth and smile maintenance. Your smile is something people notice immediately. You can have flawless makeup, luxury hair, designer clothes and shoes and bags. But if your teeth looks neglected, the entire look collapses. Yeah. Imagine looking very good and then you open your mouth, it's brown, your tongue is white. As far as I'm concerned, a clean smile communicates freshness, warmth, and confidence. It makes you more approachable and more opportunities come to approachable women, right? You don't need those celebrity veneers, aka horse teeth. You just need proper brushing twice daily with a good toothpaste. I will always recommend toothpastes that have baking soda in them. They just keep your teeth looking bright and flawless, basically. Flossing. Yes, you have to floss after every meal, as long as it's something that gets stuck between your teeth. Always have floss in your bag. It's not expensive at all. Tongue scraper. I always come on here to talk about tongue scraper. Not expensive as well, and it works wonders for your tongue. Please say no to white tongue in 2026. I'm begging you all. If your teeth is shining, you brush twice a day, but you neglect your tongue is there white, your mouth will still smell. Take it from me. Invest in a tongue scraper. It is not expensive at all. It is less than 1,000 naira in stores. Yeah, that's how cheap it is. And all you need to do is, after brushing your teeth, you just scrape out any debris, any white looking thing. Your tongue needs to be pink, basically. Regular dental cleaning appointments when possible. I try my best to do it once every year, and so far so good. That way they can catch any dental problem early on. Do not underestimate lip care. Dry, cracked lips can age your face instantly. Always exfoliate your lips. What I do is use a dry toothbrush, probably once a week, and just scrub my lips. Some people use sugar as well. That's a great exfoliant, so that your lips just become soft and very supple. Also, having a simple gloss or lip balm changes everything. I started using this one from Bondi Sands recently. So good. It is so moisturizing. It doesn't leave a white residue around your mouth. It smells really nice. They have other flavors. This one is called Wild Strawberry. I got it off ASOS. It's so good, and it contains SPF 50, which is amazing. In professional spaces, in dating, in networking, your smile works first before your resume does. Number 3. Hair that looks well maintained. The key word here is maintained. It's not about expensive frontal wigs, 40 inches bundles, or the trendiest braids. Nah. It's about your hair looking neat. Culturally, especially as African women, our hair is powerful. When your hair looks fresh, intentional, and cared for, it just frames your face beautifully. In hot climates, hair can quickly look tired and frizzy, which is where maintenance comes in. Maintenance of your hair says, I respect how I show up. Even clean styles like fresh cornrows, low cut like I'm rocking, a good silk press, defined curls, all of these elevate your face instantly, and you don't have to break the bank for it. Nobody remembers the length of wig or brand of wig you wore. They only remember how polished and well put together you showed up. Number 4, brows and basic grooming. Our brows are just a tiny part of our body, I know that, but I dare say they are one of the most transformational parts of our body. Whether it's threading, tinting, tweezing, waxing, or simple shaping, your brows structure your face. Even without makeup, groomed brows make you look alive and put together. Zooming out this point to overall grooming, this includes your nails, moisturized hands, groomed underarms, waxed or shaved legs, if that is your preference. These things might seem small, but the small details is what separates pretty from polished. And polished women are perceived as competent. When you look detail-oriented, people assume that you are detail-oriented in real life. Trust me, that's the psychology behind this. Good grooming is not vanity, it is silent communication. Number 5, fragrance, aka aura. Smelling good is so powerful because scent leaves a forever impression. Fragrance creates memory, and the beautiful thing is you do not have to break the bank to smell good. You don't need all those expensive niche perfumes. There are affordable range perfumes that smell so good and last so long. You can even go the extra mile by layering those affordable fragrances with a scented body lotion and going over it with a body spray. There are just 2 categories of perfumes or fragrances I'd recommend that everyone has. Putting your budget into consideration, that is. A clean, fresh, everyday scent and a warm, deeper scent for evenings. When you smell good, you move differently, you act differently, like nobody can talk to me anyhow. You hug confidently, you sit closer to people, and you just feel all around feminine. That internal shift alone is worth the investment, and to think that it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg to achieve this. Number 6. Posture and body language, which is one I'm still struggling with. I tend to hunch a bit, and I've been trying to be so intentional about sitting straight. It's not been easy, but we're getting there. We need to learn to stand up straight, shoulders back, walk steadily, and make eye contact. Your body language communicates confidence even before you speak. And the gag is, you don't have to be confident to look confident, to ooze confidence. Sometimes all you need to do is perform confidence until your mind catches up. When you shrink yourself physically by hunching your shoulders, fidgeting, and avoiding eye contact, people subconsciously read that as insecurity, and the world treats you differently. Great posture signals I belong here, and belonging, it's magnetic. Number 7, having quality basics in your wardrobe. Please, you do not need 70 outfits. You just need 10 good ones. Some people buy. That's their MO. At the end of the day, when you check all the buy they have, no, they can't even amount to anything good. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Any color you see, you want to buy. Whether it fits you, it doesn't fit you, you want to still buy it. Why? You have so much money like that. I keep saying this, your clothes should fit the body that you have now, not the body you're hoping to attain, not the body you had before, and then you're saving it to go back to that body. More often than not, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't pan out like that. Stop saving clothes for when you lose weight. There's a high probability that you may never lose it. I hate to be the bearer of that news, but yeah. And even if you eventually do, most of those styles, the trend would have phased off. And then you're stuck with things that you have no use for. One thing I do to get rid of my clothes is having a closet sale. I don't know how to hold on to things. Sometimes I still have use for those items. They're still my size. They look good because I barely wear my clothes. But when it looks like I have had these things for a couple of months and I've not reached for them in my wardrobe, then why is it there? A well-fitted $20,000 or $20 dress greatly outweighs a poorly fitted $200,000 or $200 dress. High quality clothing does not always break the bank. Invest in structured blazers, neutral dresses, flattering jeans, good undergarments. When your basics are strong, you always look styled, even when you didn't try so hard. Number 8, light enhancing makeup. An optional beauty investment in my opinion, but still very strategic. Evening out your skin tone, adding mascara, a little blush, a little lip gloss. That is enhancement, not transformation. Some of y'all are out here looking like a different person with mismatched foundation, bold brows, baby hairs that are about to cover your eyes. Let's not even get into all of that in today's video so I don't get mad. So I don't lose my cool. The goal is to look awake, to look fresh and intentional, not like Ojuju Calabar, please. In professional or social settings, subtle enhancements photograph better and they give off that polished outlook. Always remember, your makeup should enhance you, not erase you. Please, Ejo. Number 9, fitness for tone, not thinness. I'm trying to separate both because most people think that going to the gym means that you're trying to lose weight, right? That is not the case with everyone, but you need to work out for your own good, for your own mental health, for your own body health. There are just a lot of perks from working out. If you know, you know. This is not about shrinking yourself. It is about vitality. It is about reducing your cortisol level. It's a byproduct of consistent movement is improvement in your posture, your energy, your skin glow, your mood, your hormones, the list goes on. When you move regularly, you radiate aliveness, and aliveness is attractive. It doesn't have to mean gym obsession. It can be walking, it can be Pilates, it can be dancing, it can also be light strength training. You're not trying to become someone else's body type. You're trying to look energized in your own body. The 10th beauty investment that will not break the bank, which is the final point in this video, is emotional control and calm energy. This point is where inner beauty truly matters. Because you can look stunning, but if you are reactive, always angry, loudly insecure, constantly chaotic, it erodes your attractiveness. One hand. Calm energy is powerful and magnetic. Emotional regulation is attractive because it signals maturity. When you combine groomed appearance, polished wardrobe, and calm energy, you just become unforgettable. I mean, when people are referring to you, even when you're not in the room, say, that girl that carries herself so well, she doesn't talk anyhow, she's so calm. You know, things like that. I know you can relate. My girls are like that here. It's not that inner beauty doesn't matter. It's that inner beauty needs time to be discovered. Recruiters scan your LinkedIn in seconds. Brands judge your feed in seconds. And future dates judge your photos in seconds as well. You don't get 3 months for them to discover your soul. Am I right or am I right? You get just 3 to 7 seconds. Presentation buys you that time and your personality builds the relationship. We need both of them. You can't have one or the other. The lie we were told, which wasn't coming from a bad place, is that we should just have a good heart and everything will sort itself out. The truth is, your good heart doesn't show until someone stays long enough to discover it. And having the aforementioned beauty investment on lock increases the chance that they will. That's not you being shallow, that's you being psychological and true to yourself. Your inner beauty and presentation do not cancel each other out. They amplify each other and they can coexist. I'm done. I hope you learned something new from this video. If you got value from it, please signify by giving it a thumbs up, sharing with your female friends, your sisters, your moms, every female in your life, basically. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. Subscribe if you're not yet a member of the Chantel Nation family. Share the video like I already mentioned. Leave a comment in the comment section and give the video a thumbs up. I know I'm repeating myself, but yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and until I come your way again with yet another insightful video, stay amazing. Bye y'all. Mwah.
Do what she gotta do, always what got a crew. Nothing's impossible. Your favorite Nigerian YouTuber, she holding down the spot, can't move her, and you know she get deep like scuba. Fashion, lifestyle, let's do it. This Chantel Anyanwu.